Love, this for all my boss babe. Go do your boss thing. Loving how you boss babe. This for all my dreamers and my doers and all the entrepreneurs. Just believe in what you're doing and pursuing love. This for all my boss babe. Go do your boss thing.
What's up, boss fam? First off, this is all brand new, so can you hear me? I need you guys to let me know in the chat immediately. Please let me know. Can you hear me? Audio check. First things first, because I have no idea if this is working. I couldn't get somebody backstage to see. Okay, Moses Ramirez says, yes, we got audio. Awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'll let you guys hear that. There's some applause. We got some audio. Did you guys hear the applause too? I don't know. I'm testing out this new Rodecaster thing. Awesome. Looks like everything's working. Love it. Love it. Love it. We're gonna chill today, man. I'm gonna relax and I'm gonna try to zone in because we're gonna spend some time today. We're gonna spend some time together. I appreciate everybody for being here. Hit the like button for your boy so the stream gets bigger. The more likes we get, the bigger the community gets, and the better these videos do. So, hit that like button for your boy. Let's see. The like number should match the view number. So yeah, get those likes up. Appreciate you guys for being here. Appreciate everybody for being in the chat. Let me know where you're in here from. And we're gonna get it popping. Today is a topic that I couldn't wait to talk about. Like I know we've put it off for a couple weeks in a row with the launch of the app and everything like that, but we're talking about content today. So strap in because this is something that I do very well. I don't just do this for the DJ the Boss channel. I didn't just do this for Gico Commercial Cleaning, even though they're falling off on it right now. I do this in 9 Media as well for a number of other clients, and this is how I was able to help everyone that I know who has businesses grow their businesses. So content is something that I do and something that I know very well. It is my passion. If you guys aren't familiar with my story, I left my cleaning business company, not left, but I started working more day to day in my media company because I found this passion for creating content and creating media that drive business results. And so, yes, content is cool. It's nice to have followers and those follower counts, but if your followers aren't equating to business results, then you're kind of wasting your time. So, and a lot of people are doing content. A lot of people aren't doing content, first of all, but everyone else who is doing content, and the majority aren't doing it right. They're kind of just putting stuff out there, seeing what, throwing stuff against the wall and seeing if it sticks. And that's not how we should go about content in our business. This is a business. And a lot of people haven't even separated their business content from their personal content. And that's not to say you can't put any personal content within your business content to make it a little bit more personable. But yeah, you have to be doing business on purpose and business content on purpose. So we're going to be talking about business content today, but I'm going to take my time, man. I'm going to take my time because we got some stuff to talk about. Want to go over, I guess, everything that's going on with me and Cleaning Boss and Gico and everything that's going on before we get into the content. So first things first, I guess we talked a little bit about Gico and how Gico is doing. As you guys know, I stepped away for a while to kind of work on my media company. Things have kind of started to dip in my absence. And now I'm kind of back at the helm paying attention to it. And actually, this is a tip for all you high-level people, all you high-level business owners who have teams and things like that under you, and you're figuring out, why we can't get to that next level. And even when we step away from our company, if things go down, or sometimes things grow, sometimes they do better or worse. I think there's a certain employee type that we should be looking for and spending more time trying to either. I don't think it's something that you can create or something that you can train. I think it's something that's a personality trait. This is how we are entrepreneurs. I think we should be looking for intrapreneurs, people who really thrive off that, having that job security and that thrive off of things like company titles and things like that. And we need to put people with those type of ambitions in the leadership roles in our company. And if we don't, we're kind of just going to stay stagnant, or even worst case, like we have, kind of dip down. So. But that's a tip for all the big guys, the big high level guys. But that's where I'm at in my cleaning business right now, fighting the dip. So I'm back at the helm, back not wearing all the hats, but going into each of the different departments and fixing the bottlenecks and correcting things that are being done wrong or things that haven't had attention paid to them. cleaning up some finances, and some of the stuff is my fault. Now, this a little bit of a financial mess that I made in funding my media company and all of my dreams and stuff like that from my cleaning business, because my cleaning business supports my entire life. But yeah, so there's some stuff that I'm cleaning up. There's some stuff within the operations that have kind of fall to the wayside that I think were really important in terms of tracking and be able to improve those things and giving managers better data to go on. But yeah, that's it. So I'm back at the helm and we're back growing. So as you guys have seen from my Instagram and from my shorts, I've been back going on walkthroughs to close deals. I only go on the 6-figure ones. I don't like everyone. A lot of people are trying to figure out how am I going to add another 6 figures to my cleaning business. I'm like, why are you going on anything other than 6-figure walkthroughs? Like, as the owner, like that's the jobs that's what I do. So when there's $100,000 jobs on the calendar or on the walkthrough or quote request calendar, I'm going to those. So, and I'm making sure that we close those deals. And so that's what I've been doing now, making sure that we keep up in the revenue so we can get back above the multiple millions from our glory days. And yeah, so that's where I'm at. It's not all perfect, everybody's has flaws and everybody runs their business a different way. That's just where I am with my business, is trying to climb back up to where we were and kind of fix the things that have been going wrong just because I've been gone and I've been absent. So, but yeah, so that's GCO. Personally, everything's going great. Personally, I think my son's getting ready for his trip to Disney World for his birthday. His birthday just passed, so he's taking a trip to Orlando to go and see all of the wonders that Disney World has to offer. So, but yeah, that's been it, man. We've just been killing, man. The tribe has been the tribe, hustling as always. Let's talk a little bit about Cleaning Boss. So, the podcast. So if you guys don't know, the podcast is out. So if you're not subscribed to the podcast, you can go to any of your favorite podcast players or podcast platforms and go in and go listen to the Cleaning Boss podcast. I'm going to start putting some things that are exclusive to the podcast. If you guys can't see, I've started building out this podcast studio, but some things will be exclusive to the podcast. So go and subscribe. A lot of it is going to be stuff and repurpose audio from videos from this channel, but a lot of it's going to be kind of just me. When I have thoughts and when I think of things, I'm able to just kind of hop in here and record a podcast and let you guys in on what I'm thinking. On top of all the guests that I'm going to bring through, you guys know my circle, you guys know my network. I'm going to bring some rock stars through, and we're going to get a lot of value, and not just from the cleaning industry. I have connections all throughout business. So, and some names that you probably wouldn't expect. So I'm excited for the podcast. We're just getting episodes scheduled and ironing schedules out with guests and things like that. So it's on its way. I'm pretty excited, but make sure you subscribe so that you see those episodes when they come out on your favorite podcast platform. Also with Cleaning Boss, the app. If you guys don't have the app already, go to MyCleaningBoss.app. The QR code's up there if you want to scan it with your phone, if you're watching on TV, or if you want to go to MyCleaningBoss.app and get logged in. I think with the app right now, so Tune had some updates for me to share with you guys in regards to the Cleaning Boss app. So I think someone asked last week about the ability to pause shifts. So we now have that ability coming in the next update. What else? Oh, the native app. The native app is on its way. So probably by the end of probably middle of next month. We're probably middle of next month. You will be able to go to your app store and download the Cleaning Boss app as well. So it will no longer be just a web app. But until then, the way that you have a more app-like experience is you can add it to your home screen. And so if you're on iPhone, here's the steps to add it to your home screen. You just click the share at the bottom, click add to home screen, and then click done. And then you'll see it on your home screen, and it'll look and appear and behave just like your normal iPhone or Android app would. But also, there was an issue with the thumbnails for location sections within locations, and that has now been fixed and addressed. So on the next push update, you will be able, your employees and you will be able to see pictures of each location next to that location. So if it says back stairwell, you'll be able to put a picture that says back stairwell, and your cleaners will be able to know that they're in the right place because they can see the picture that matches what they're looking at. So incredible tool, extremely powerful. If you don't have the Cleaning Boss app, I don't know how you're running your business without something like it. But you can geofence, clock in and clock out for your employees, time trials if you want to measure how long it takes to do any particular task, but just the ability for employees to clock in and out, and that they're at work, and that tasks are getting completed and locations are getting cleaned. I can't think of a better way to do so. And at this price point, I think we're really, really competitive with the rest of the platforms in this space. So get Cleaning Boss, go to MyCleaningBoss.app. But yeah, that's it for Cleaning Boss. But yeah, today, let's get into what we wanted to talk about today. Everybody who's just coming in, make sure you mind your manners and hit that like button. Everyone who's been here has already hit that like button. So go ahead and hit the like button for your boy. Let's see, we got 14 people in here, 17 people in here, and 7 likes, man. That means 10 of y'all are slacking. 10 of y'all are big slacking, man. So hit that like button for your boy. What happened? Why did I go through a countdown again? No. All right. But yeah, hit that like button for your boy. But let's get into it, man. We're going to talk about some content today. Let's see who's up in the comments. Bunch of people. So we got Pristine Clean in the building. Appreciate you for being here. Thank you so much. Who else is in here? Cleantastic 21. Amazing member of the channel. Appreciate you for being here. Thank you so much. Love you all. Love you all. Moses Ramirez says howdy. Final Touch Cleaning Company LLC is in the building. Says much respect. Let's see. Who's in here? Assured Comfort Cleaning. Shout out to Assured Comfort Cleaning. Appreciate y'all. We got Rancho Cucamonga in the building. Juan Tahin. Let's go. Robert Walton's in the building from Las Vegas, Nevada. Shout out to y'all, man. I was supposed to meet up with Robert in Las Vegas, I think, if that's the same person I'm thinking of. We were supposed to meet up, but we weren't able to make it happen. The conference was going, and I was back and forth from the hotel on the strip all the way out to the conference. But we'll link next time, man. We'll link soon. Jelena Garcia is in the building. Shout out to her. Killing it in the game. Brian Barretto says, what up? The Mama 23 says, what's good, DJ? About to cop that app. Go ahead. Right now, the app is free. Right now, the app is free. The free trial is, I think it's 14. I think we're going to do the 30-day trial as well. I'm not sure which one is active, but you guys can let me know. But it starts off free, so you can decide to cancel it if you want. But to try it out, it's absolutely free. So go ahead and at least try it out. Create some locations, create some shifts. Maybe send it to some of your employees, or maybe even just make a test employee account and send it to yourself and see what it's like to be a cleaner in your company. And make some checklists, go through those checklists, and have fun with the app. It's pretty cool to play around with if you haven't had something like this in your business before. But having something like this will allow you to run your cleaning business from anywhere in the world, and it takes out that stress of you not knowing if someone showed up to work, or not knowing if someone actually completed all the tasks or went through everything that was needed to be done. And so this gives you that ability to not be there. You can not be there and trust that someone's there because you see that they're clocked in and they're at the location, and you can trust that the technology's going to give you that data. Let's see. But all right, so let's talk about content, man. Let's talk about content. This is something that I know and love dearly, absolutely dearly. Content. Once I realized that I can create content and drive business results for free on the internet, that my life was changed. I didn't want to do anything else. And then I fell in love with all the things camera and camera gear and stuff like that. But in today's day and age, video or your presence online is everything. If you don't exist online, you almost don't exist. I mean, that's not 100% true, because we can still do things like cold calling and door knocking and stuff like that, and cold email, and not ever have a social media or online presence or anything like that. Like, you can grow to a decent size like that, but it's going to be extremely hard to scale like that. It's like when you want, in terms of building a real business. None of us are here because we want to build a small business. Most of us have ambitions of building a really big business. And that's not going to happen if you have no online presence in 2024. And even it's going to start to happen less and less I mean, the ability to close deals without an online presence is going to happen less and less as time goes on. So it's 2024. If you don't exist online, it's going to be really, really hard to generate business and and to build a brand online, which is ultimately going to be the thing that grows your business to the next level, is your brand. And so, and a lot of what I'm going to talk about today is going to is going to put an exclamation on the difference between marketing and sales, or branding and sales, because there's a big difference. And a lot of what this online content creation is doing is branding. And so a big problem that most people have when they want to create content is every video is a sales video, and every video can't be a sales video, especially when you have no brand to stand on. The sooner you start asking your audience for money, the sooner you change the relationship with that audience, which is why I was so scared to start selling anything on this channel myself, is because I understand that dynamic. The sooner you start asking to people to give you money, or you're trying to sell them something, there's a change. People start looking at you like, all right, now, all right. I'm like, okay, you just want money. But if you spend time providing value and building your brand and being known for something other than just selling, when you do go to sell, you will have a much easier time. Not to mention, your brand will grow because you're concentrating on building value, and that's going to bring other people in, the people who find that information valuable. So just to start there. So we're going to come back to building value, but I put out in my 9 Media company, I put out a guide to creating video. It's gone now because I kind of dropped the ball on that company, juggling 50 balls at one time. But I want to share the different video types. So a lot of you guys just don't know what kind of videos to make for your cleaning business. And I'm going to talk about 10 different video types that you guys should be creating for your cleaning business. And then I'm going to talk about content in general, and kind of how to come up with a more concrete and personalized content strategy. Now, this is something that I do for people for thousands and thousands of dollars within 9 Media. My clients were my first clients were like 7-Eleven. I had the RPM Mortgage. I do this for real. So all of this stuff works. This is something that I really want to bring a lot of value to the cleaning business community. So I really hope you guys pay attention and take notes. So, and not just this part, the extremely valuable stuff is going to come towards the end. So stick around and watch this entire live stream, because this is going to be really, really, really important. So the 10 steps are needed because these 10 video types are needed because they're the foundation of getting you to start creating content for your cleaning business. And then the second thing we're going to go over is how to be able to continuously make content and continuously be able to feed your funnel and feed these platforms without costing you a crazy amount of time in order to do so. And so all of this stuff is important. And then we'll get into questions and answers. Actually, I'll try to do question and answers like kind of throughout. So if you guys have any questions, make sure you get them in the comments, and we'll get to them. Let's see. Speaking of questions and comments, Nate Nick's in the building. Shout out to Nate Nick. She said, "You're looking to sounding good, big dog. I see you with the new equipment. I'm trying, man. I am absolutely trying. I'm doing my best around here, man. Doing my best. I was slipping on the quality of the content and the live for a while, for too long. So now I had to step it up, man. So let's see. Brian Barreto says, absolutely, man. About to start my YouTube channel to document my journey in the business. Currently 0 contracts, too many gurus out there, and nobodies. I like it. So Brian Barreto. So this is one of the things I want to talk about. So you get me into the second part of this live, things that I want to save for the end of this live, but I wanted to talk about this. So this is a big mistake that cleaning business owners make. So remember what your goal is. Are you creating content for your personal brand, or are you creating content for your cleaning business? If so, yes, you want to document. You definitely want to document the journey of your cleaning business growing. But when it comes to putting this information out online, be careful not to put yourself in this other side of that content creation. So don't come, if you're trying to build up your cleaning business, don't come down this lane. So like stay out of my lane. And the cleaning business, coaching and consulting and trying to connect with cleaning business owners, that's my lane. That's what I do on this channel. And I'm not saying like don't do it at all. Like if you want to build a personal brand, like I highly encourage you to build a personal brand, especially around cleaning, because that's what you do for a living. But if that's not what you're trying to do, if you're not trying to build a personal brand full time and you're trying to build your cleaning business's brand, you have to separate them. You have to focus on putting out this content as your cleaning business, and you're providing value for your clients, what's valuable for cleaning business clients, not for other cleaning business owners. So be really careful not to fall into that trap. And we'll talk about that a lot more after I get through these 10 steps, if you guys will let me get through them. So let's see. Someone says, oh, do you use an iPhone to create content? I did for the first 2 years of creating content. It was all iPhone like 12. My iPhone 12 Pro Max is what I used to start creating my like content when I got serious about it. And I was dead serious with that iPhone 12. So it doesn't have to be fancy. It just has to exist. The content just has to exist. It doesn't have to, like, you have to try to make it look as nice as possible. And one of the things that you can do is, as far as making your content as good as possible, is lighting and sound. That's it. When you're out here making videos, you want lighting and sound. That's it. So pay attention to your audio quality and your lighting. So the camera all pretty much doesn't even matter. If you have good lighting, you can be good. I got a nice big light sitting right here to the left of me. I have another light kind of right above me here. I got lights in the background. So and that's what makes the image look good. It wouldn't matter what camera I set there. Another thing, as far as making your content look good, depth is another thing that you want to create. So you want to have space between your subject and kind of what's behind them. So if there's a lot of distance behind you, it'll create that depth and make your image more appealing and make whatever the subject is stand out. So you want your subject closer to the camera, and then you want there to be a lot of space behind the subject. So for example, so if you're recording like a talking head video like this, you want to sit close to the camera and make sure like you're all the way up against a wall and there's a lot of space behind you. And that's going to give all of your videos a lot more depth, especially if you light yourself. If you light yourself and you pay attention to your sound, you'll see a big difference in your quality. And there's a lot of like, cheap mics. This is in my 9Media page, so I don't have like the links and stuff ready for you to go and buy sound, mics and stuff like that. But all that stuff is this really inexpensive stuff. You don't have to break the bank in order to do it. You just have to pay attention to it. So even with an iPhone, you can create really, really amazing content. But the content needs to be created. You need to create content. Otherwise, it will stifle your growth. It will stifle your growth. I promise you. There will be a point where you will not be able to grow or scale much larger without creating content. But so let's get into these 10 video types, and I'm going to talk about each one of them. First one is the explainer video. So explainer video, you want to give prospects a high level overview of your business. So this is the video that's probably going to sit at the beginning of your website or at the top of your cleaning business's YouTube page. Get just a high level explanation of where you service, your company name, what it is that you do, what it is that you specialize in. But you're just giving that high level, introductory video. And that's something that you can put on, again, on your website, on your, on all your social media channels as that first video people see, just to kind of be introduced to your video. And that's also a video. We're going to talk about ads too as well. We're going to talk about advertising as well. So that's also a video that you can build as a branding ad, as an advertising asset that you can use for branding locally as well. So 2, the how-to video. So how-to videos are great for search. The thing about how-to videos is you want to create how-to videos that are helpful for your client. So in terms of a cleaning business, it may seem like you're kind of giving away your secrets, but That's okay. The people don't hire cleaners because they don't know how to clean. They hire cleaners because that's not what they do. They run a different type of business. So it's worth you showing them how to clean. What that does is that gives you a level of authority, because even if they do use your methods or your techniques, you're the expert. You're turning yourself into the expert. And the people who never wanted to do it in the first place, or they thought they wanted to do whatever cleaning test inside their office or inside their facility, then they see you do it and they see how much attention to detail it takes and how much like how what the process actually entails. They don't want to do it, and then they're gonna they're gonna reach out to you and hire you to do that. And we're not selling your service. We're literally teaching. We're not mentioning buy my cleaning anything. We're not mentioning book a quote, call me for a walkthrough. We're not saying any of that stuff. We're just providing value. That's what a how-to value. That's what we mean by providing value. We're just teaching. It's only teaching, and your goal is to come up and search for whatever that is. So this is to grow your brand and to give off that you're the expert. You want to communicate that you are the expert in this subject matter. All of these steps work for every business. Just so you know, this is the way to create content for any business. So, but these video types anyway, but every business needs these video types. So 1, the explainer video; 2, the how-to video where you're teaching; 3, we need the promo video. So anything that's going to be good for awareness or lead generation. So in this video, you are selling a little bit. So now you're talking about your services. You're talking about where people can reach out to you to learn more, or you're just trying to get people to book walkthroughs right then and there. So that would be the third, your third video type is promo videos. We need to create promo videos. So be creative, try to come up with a bunch of different styles of promo videos, see what other people are doing in their promotional videos, and try to either mimic or closely copy what's working, but change it to have your own style, and then make adjustments from there. But you can see what anybody, what most people are advertising on like Facebook and Instagram. If you click that little eye at the top of the page, you can see what advertisements they're running, what they're promoting, and what ads they're running. And so you can get a good look at the creative and see how they're formatting ads or what their videos look like. And you can see what people are responding to. And that can give you more insight on how to go about creating that type of creative for yourself. But promo videos definitely needed, especially after you've already been advertising brand videos and high-end brand videos and how-to videos where you're coming up in search and things like that. It all starts to play together, and we'll talk about that a lot more towards the second portion of this live. Where were we? 4. So 4. Thought leadership videos. So you want to try to create videos that are specifically for thought leadership, and that's kind of like what we were just talking about in the how-to videos. But this doesn't have to necessarily be how-to. These thought leadership videos don't even have to be you. Like these can come from things that you do with other people. So if you are, so say I'll use me for an example. I did an interview. I didn't do a video interview. It was a kind of a blog interview, a blog article where I interviewed a gymnastics facility owner, and we kind of just talked about taking care of a gymnastics facility, and we talked about her facility. We talked about things that I've done in facilities, and she talked about experiences that she did. But what that content did when that article came out is it made my company the thought leader in that space, in that gymnastics facility cleaning space. You can do the same thing with video interviews for your cleaning business in any other niche that you're trying to get into. And I'm going to talk about this a lot more, but you can also interview anyone who's a general provider of B2B services to interview or to what do they call it? Thinking of like a radio DJ. I forget the name. It starts with this. I think it starts with a C. But you're putting this media together. You're putting these things together for people. You're the source. You're the party hub. You're where the information comes from. So you may not be creating this information, but you're where people come to get the information and to get the value. And so that's what you want to be. Is you want to be the host of that party. And so you're basically the DJ. So you're yeah, you're putting out the information that's valuable to your audience, even if you're not the one that came up with it. It came through you and it came through your channel. That's extremely valuable. So video type number 5 that we should be creating for our cleaning business are, so I'm going to say long form videos with a call to action. So we want to do long form videos with a call to action. So this can be anything from entertainment. So once you have followers and things like that, and you have a a following on any of these platforms, now you can spend some time with them, whether it's going to be a webinar, whether it's going to be a live stream or anything like that, and then you can have a call to action or a promotion towards the end of that. So I do a lot less of that these days, but a lot of other business types can benefit from that style of selling, especially people who sell products. But yeah, not something as much that I do as much for commercial cleaning, but I have seen residential cleaners get a lot of bookings and get a lot of people on recurring contracts with webinars and live streams and things like that. So 6, this is a really important one. 6 is going to be case study videos. Case study videos like testimonial videos. So even a step further than testimonial videos, I'm going to lump them together. But case study videos are gold in commercial cleaning. If you can spend some time creating a case study of and if you're like we said, we're going to document your journey of through these accounts. Actually document. If you can actually document and show a difference that you've made in this business, in this facility over time, and then come to a result that you can put together as a case study along with a testimonial or review or comments from your point of contact or the facility owner, that is gold. That is content that you can use and reuse and put money behind. That is so valuable, because other people who are business owners or facility owners are going to be able to see that and see themselves in and they see your company as the hero, the hero of changing this facility and helping this business owner. They're going to see that and they're going to say, I want my business to be changed. I want my facility to grow. I want my business to be more profitable because we hired a cleaner too. And they're going to come and they're going to reach out to you. You're going to be the person they reach out to. So case study videos are extremely important. If you can show that you've made a difference in someone's business, that's invaluable. And it gives people less of an objection when you go to sell. Like when they have any objection whatsoever, you get to point and say, no, look, these are the results that I've made for other people. These are the results that I've gotten for other people. You guys, example on this channel, I put those things here. I share videos of people who have done consultations with me, and those are more testimonials, but I can create longer form videos of people who have watched my videos, then done a consultation, and then have gone on to do several 6 figures. Like I share those type of stories here to encourage more of you to book consultations. It works the exact same way, that those case study videos. So those are extremely important for you to be trying to think about putting out. So we're already at 7 different video types, and I doubt if I go and look at any of your guys's businesses or your websites, you don't have all of these video types on there or on your social media platform. So there's media to create. Let's see, what number were we on? Then we're on 8. Demo videos. So demonstrate what you're doing. So if you're documenting, you already have these videos, but you want to put some content together specifically to demonstrate something that you do in your business. So and show the full process. Don't cut any corners. Take your time. Set up your phone to actually get a good shot at these things and demonstrate. And so when you do demo videos, when you demonstrate what it is that you do and how you go about things in your process, it does something for your potential client. It helps them to justify spending the money on it. And that's huge. It helps them to justify whatever the cost is associated with it, because they get to see what goes into it, what physically goes into it. And they know that they don't want to do that, or they knew they didn't want to do that from jump, but this gives them even more room to justify what they're spending that money on. So because they see that it is work, there is things getting done, there's a process and a procedure to it, and they don't feel like learning the process or procedure, they don't feel like training it, they don't feel like paying the extra taxes on the employees. So it's in their best interest and in your best interest to make those demonstration videos so that you can, so you can help them justify their purchase. 9, personalized videos. This is extremely valuable. This is why I'm kind of pushing through this, because I know so much in this space. So forgive me if I'm rushing, but I hope you guys are taking notes. Rewind this if you missed something. But this is game changer, right? Personalized videos. So when anything happens in your business, or anytime you have the opportunity to, you create a personalized video to communicate. I have made it a habit to do this as much as possible. So in negotiations back and forth with potential clients, instead of just sending a regular email, I send a Loom video. I hop on Loom. If they have questions about the contract, I'll put the contract in the background, or I'll show the contract on the screen, and they'll see me and my little face in the corner, and I'm talking about it. I can go over what I saw in the walkthrough. I can go over what we talked about, and it makes things a lot more personable. Same thing when complaints happen or things happen in the location. I or someone on my team or whoever's in charge of that account is going to hop on a Loom video. They're going to create, and they're going to with their voice and their face to this client, tell them, apologize for whatever mistakes that were made. They're going to, make a personal response. This is going to change everything in your business. Everything in your business. You will stand out so much more than any other cleaning business. Everyone's trying to automate everything, and that's great. I want you to automate as much as possible. But imagine how different you look being the company that, especially while you are of the size under $1 million, you definitely have time to do this. Imagine how different you look than someone who is just sending them, paper and emails. You are actually taking the time out of your day to address them personally, face to face, by hopping on in front of your camera, hopping on your phone, or hopping on the computer, doing a Loom video really quick, and responding to them personally. They're not going to want to do business with anyone else. That's why none of my clients want to do business with anyone else. They know that if they actually reach out to me, that I'm going to take the time and I'm going to talk to them directly. Now, I'm not going to send some generic email. No one in my company is going to send them a generic email. But yeah, so when you send out these, exactly. Hold on. Somebody just made a comment, Brian Barreto as well. That Loom video when sending out proposals, go, bro. Is this for every proposal? So for me, I'm gonna be honest, it's not. I don't do this for every proposal, but 6-figure proposals, which is the main ones that I go on. I usually don't go on the smaller ones. Yeah, I put that effort into it. If you guys have you seen my proposal template? I go ham. I'm trying to win these accounts. These aren't baby things to do. These aren't like this is big money. Like this is amounts of money that where I'm from, people would kill groups of people for. So we're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. Put some real effort into it. Stop playing with these people, man. These are real business people with multi-million dollar businesses, and they're not trying to do business with people who aren't trying. They're trying to do business with people who look like they're on the same level as them, and that's going to come from how your proposal looks. So my proposal, that's why I went so ham on my proposal. That's why I go so ham, is to send a Loom video with me talking about the proposal and everything that we talked about and addressing them personally. Like, that's why I go so ham, is because these are big. Like, if you're going after big accounts, you have to look different. You have to do something on that level. That's why it's gold. That's why my close percentage is so high, and that's why I can close deals of that size, is because I'm matching the effort. I'm matching my effort to the size of the deal. So, a $350 a month account, like, whatever, cool. They'll just get a regular estimate. I probably won't even send them the super decked out proposal. But when we get up to 15, 20,000, 30,000 a month, yeah, I'm going ham on those. And you should too. If it's a big deal for you, you should treat it like a big deal and try to put your best foot forward every single time. Well, no matter what level. If the $350 a month account is your big deal, then you need to go ham on that. You need to put your max effort towards every deal that you can get, if that's where you are. Let's see, where was I? So that was 9. So yeah, personalized videos wherever you can. Employees have questions. When your employees have questions, personalized videos, respond with a Loom video or just record a video on your phone and answer their question in the video so that nothing is lost in translation. No amount of content is lost. Context. No amount of context is lost. And they feel like you care. They know that you're actually listening to them. They know that they feel like you're hearing their issues and you care enough to actually respond and show your face when you respond. So internally, externally, video is extremely important. You make such a huge impact when you just hop in front of the camera and talk to people directly. It takes some getting used to, like looking at a camera and like it's awkward. Even I'm looking off half the time and I'm not like paying attention to the camera. I'm also trying to like look at the comments and make sure all my monitors and stuff like that are showing me proper information and stuff to run this live stream. But yeah, it takes a while, but you get used to it. It's not extremely difficult. You can build. It's a skill that you can build. And so start working on that skill and, start hopping in front of this camera and get on video, respond to your employees like that way, respond to negative things in your business that way, show up for your clients that way when they have problems, when they have questions. This is how you show up in 2024. And 10, last one. Oh yeah. So that's actually, I kind of went into 10, internal company communication. But process and procedure, so actually I didn't skip it. So internal communication. So that's 10. 10 is going to be internal communication, video, all video. My training process, all video. There's videos on how to do everything in my company so that whoever hops in that role can watch the videos associated with the task that go with that role. Boom. There we go. Easier training. They take a test. They work with someone who's already went through the test and actually done the job for a couple of weeks. Then boom, that person's trained. That's how that works for me. Video, it helps. It helps a whole lot. So internal communications. If two people are working on something and together and they have to communicate back and forth, and there's a process of with anything to do with them transferring files back and forth, they will both make videos so that the next group of people, if someone gets in that role, they also know how to communicate with the other person in that role because there's a video associated with it. So everybody records videos. I'm really big on video. I'm huge on video. But so let's talk about content in general. So those are the 10 types of videos. So don't tell me you don't know what type of content to make. Don't tell me you don't know what type of video to make. All of that stuff can be done 5, 6, 7 different ways. Get started. That's like 110 videos for you to make right there. And so if you do 3 versions of each of those, you got like 90 damn videos, 30 videos in order to, to create for your business. And those are video assets that get to just, exist in your business for a long time. Now let's talk about content and how we're going to continuously make content, right? First, understand that you need to be on all platforms. Not all platforms are created equal, and there are certain platforms that you're going to pay more attention to than others, but we need to be on all platforms. You need to be omnipresent as far as content is concerned, and because you want as much reach, you want your brand to have as much reach as possible. Now, certain things we're going to approach a little bit differently on certain platforms because we're, at the end of the day, a local business. We're not like, you don't care if someone sees your video and they're all the way across the country if you only clean buildings in South Houston or what have you. So, but overall, we are going to be omnipresent on the internet as far as our brand is concerned. So the way we're going to do that is pillar content. So pillar content. So for me, this YouTube channel is my piece of pillar content for Cleaning Boss, right? I do long form pieces of content like this live or like the videos that I upload, and then I chop them up into smaller pieces of content that I can use to create YouTube shorts, or that I can use to create IG reels, or that I can screenshot and take pictures and post pictures of, or things that I can transcribe the audio and turn it into blog post or written content. I can do whatever I need to. I can take out the audio and make it a podcast, right? And that's also from one video. I can have a live stream. I can have a podcast. I can have several from this live stream. I have several longer clips. I can have even shorter clips for reels in those vertical formats, TikTok, IG, Facebook reels, and all of that stuff. The clips can also go on Facebook and LinkedIn. If I transcribe the words, I can also, throw my transcription into ChatGPT and say, hey, turn this into an article. Boom, there's an article for LinkedIn. So now you got LinkedIn posts, you got video posts. That's how you become omnipresent. And it doesn't, it takes some doing and some legwork. And you can hire help or VAs to help you get that done. But that pillar piece of content is key. So that doesn't mean that's all that you do. You just need to focus on a pillar piece of content so that you can, create content, consistently, so that you can always have something going out to the public and showing people who you are and showing your face into the market, right? So what kind of content are we going to film for our cleaning business? How are we going to consistently, what subjects, or what are we going to do every day? What kind of videos are we going to make every day? So this is where you have to decide, how are you serving anybody? Do you actually have a niche? And so for the people without a niche, there's still ways to do it. But so earlier I mentioned you want to speak directly to, you want to be able to speak directly to a certain group of people. But if general cleaning can also be a certain group of people. There's people who just provide services to businesses and facilities just like you do. They're just not cleaners. All that information, however they help businesses, is also valuable to business owners. So say, what are some things that every business, every facility actually has to deal with? Where are they going to get some of their problems and some of their pain from? What are some of the things that they all share, right? So when I think about creating content for not business owners, but facility managers and facility owners, some of the things that they all share, they all have to deal with are code. So local code people, code enforcement. They have local utilities. Every business, every facility has to deal with utilities. Every business has to deal with OSHA and their regulations. Every facility has to deal with their own state regulations and things like that. And so why I'm mentioning this is where you can get information that can be valuable to those clients, to those people. So if I'm thinking of creating pillar content, I'm just going after general facilities. These are the people that I'm reaching out to see if I can get a comment or a word, or even better yet, an interview with, a sit down interview with, so that I can either record it, make the podcast or whatever, whether it's through Zoom or StreamYard or any of these other platforms. That is a way that you get to provide value. So let's say, for instance, I want to target just random general facilities, and I'm not so niche down, right? The first person I'm reaching out to is the building code enforcement agency, the local building code enforcement agency. One, that it's localized, that person's around here. They're talking about the code in my local area for businesses. So that ties me to businesses and my location, right? So I'm going to reach out to the local code enforcement agency and ask them, hey, do you guys have anybody or in media or representative of your business that can answer a few questions for a podcast, for a podcast? Not mentioning cleaning, still not selling cleaning. This podcast or this show or this video is just done by your cleaning company. And I'm going to ask them all the things that I believe are going to be valuable for people who own facilities, who manage facilities. What codes do they need to look out for? What things do people commonly get wrong? What was the last business you shut down for? What was the last thing that you shut a business down for? All of that information, as you go and make clips of those and you title them like, your facility could be shut down if you don't do this, or you make sure this is up to code in your facility, or you can lose your business, or don't get fined for this because this will happen to your business if you're out of code. All of that information is valuable information for your end user, for the end client, the person who manages and runs the facility. So am I making sense? So you can use that approach for anything related to serving facility managers. So you can go to your code enforcement, then you can go to your local waste management. That's another place where you can probably find someone who's very willing to hop on camera or hop on a call with you and give you information about whatever services they offer to commercial facilities, where commercial facilities are getting wrong. You kind of just talk about the state of waste management in your local area. And guess what? Now everyone in your area knows who Waste Management is. Now you've boosted your brand. You're associating yourself with the people who are in charge of these things in your local area. You have no idea what that does for your brand as your association. You're building your brand by association, by associating yourself with the other people who regulate the things in the cleaning in your town or in your city. So so now you're putting yourself next to the code enforcement agencies and the people who these businesses have the answer to. PUD, if you I'm saying PUD like everyone has PUD, the power company, the power company or the electric company, the utility companies in your area. Reach out to those people, see if you can get a word or a comment. And from these things, you can create things like guides and list and and things that you can create as downloads to create lead magnets. So for example, so like I said with the code enforcement agency or person that I decided to interview and do a long form piece of content of, right? From that piece of content or from those questions and answers that interview that I did with him, I can put together a 5 things to avoid or 5 things to check to make sure you're up to code. And now that's a lead magnet that I get to, I get to promote on all of my other platforms or run ads behind. And guess who's going to download the the form or the PDF that shows them how to make sure the building's up to code? Who's going to download that? Facility managers and building owners. So now you're building your email list. Now you can build an email list because the information the value that you're getting and that you're giving out to other people, you're just repackaging to be able to reach out to them and market to them even more. Now you get to own that audience. So we're not creating content. That's one of the main reasons why you're creating content, is to build your brand, but you also want to be able to communicate with your audience whenever you want. And you cannot do that on any of these platforms, not even YouTube. As you guys know, not all of you guys get notified when I drop a video. It's not, not everybody sees your Instagram post when you post an Instagram post. Not everyone sees your TikTok when you post a TikTok. Not everyone who follows you is always going to see your content as it posts, but everyone you email will definitely get an email. So you need to be, as you're creating this content, that's how you create those lead magnets and those things. So if you're doing an interview with PUD and you're asking them questions about things that are valuable for commercial facilities, I keep saying PUD, the power company, electric company, that's what it is out here. You get to put together a guide of things that are in relation to their facility's power. You get to put together a 10 steps to decrease your bill or your power consumption or whatever. You like all of these things, all these ways that you're building value, you get to double back and make lead magnets for these things. So as you continue to create content, you get to continuously build your email list and of people that you get to email and send send marketing to via email. So let me know if I'm going too fast, if I'm moving too fast, if you guys are understanding what's going on, if you guys are following me. But so out of these long form pieces of content, now we've already talked about cutting those up into little clips. As you're creating clips for YouTube and things like them in searchable places, make sure the titles are things that people would search in relation to these topics. And as more and more people search for the answers to these questions, they're going to find you and your brand. And you also just so happen to be a cleaning business that also provides this service. So when they see that you're the thought leader, you're putting together the guides to help them get through these processes of all these different state regulations and these things to watch out for in their business, or these other cool services and businesses that also service facility managers and business and building owners. As they get all that information from you, you move your brand up and it just continues to grow and continues to grow. And it makes it a lot easier for you to close business when it comes time to actually close business. So we've created all this content. We've decided that we're going to reach out and we're going to create content weekly. We're going to put out our long form thing weekly and make clips throughout the week and make Instagram posts and reels out of that stuff. And we're going to start reaching out to people and getting people on our schedule to create content so that we can continuously have our content, growing, our content library growing. Now what? So now we need to start amplifying content. So as we're taking clips and as we're posting, we are paying attention to the places that make sense for your business. So if you're in commercial, it probably won't. I mean, if you're in commercial, or residential, if you're in residential cleaning, you should probably spend a lot of time in Facebook or Instagram, because that a lot of actual business results come from that. If you're in commercial, you're probably going to want to spend a lot of time on the content that you make for your website and Google and LinkedIn. Those are places where you want to spend a lot of time, and YouTube, which is also Google. But YouTube is also, the second largest search platform. So if someone's searching for something about cleaning in your area, kind of be cool if your video came up. So, and a lot of people aren't doing that. So create videos titled that are, titled for search, and to come up in for search for your services in your area. But as we're doing this, as we're creating these clips, you're also paying attention to the platform. So you're going to go into these platforms that are important, the ones that you actually want to focus on, and study how content is made in that platform, right? So respect the room. You have to respect the room. You have to be contextual to the platform. So if you wouldn't put maybe you would put a TikTok dance on LinkedIn, but you get what I'm saying. Like, you wouldn't do a bunch of TikTok dances on a LinkedIn video. That's just not it's just not the same room. If you want to do a bunch of dances, then TikTok is probably a good platform to put that style of content on. If you're on TikTok or IG, don't just make a reel where you're just talking straight to the camera. Try to actually play the game of IG, or a real style video, and know that there's things like green screen. You can put whatever you're talking about up on a green screen behind you and talk about that, or actually make a carousel as opposed to just a regular Instagram post. Playing the game. It's playing the game of each of these platforms. So not only do you have your content that's repurposed from your long form content, you can also go in and make make platform specific content for each of these different platforms, where you're actually playing the game of these platforms. What that's going to do is give you, even more organic reach. And so the more you do that, the bigger your brand will grow, and the more opportunities you will have to sell. And so we're not always just putting out brand and building value. We want to be doing that. That's what we majorly want to be doing. So about 80% of the things you put out, you should just be building value and building brand, and and providing value and helping people, providing value. That's what you should be doing the most of. 20% of the time, you mention your services, you mention your sales, you share that promo video, and that's how content is done on the internet. That's also how we should be approaching content. So we're doing this. We're putting out all this content. We're doing all of these things. We're playing the game of each of the platforms. We're making platform specific content on top of the content that we've repurposed from our main source of content. Now, what do? Now we look at the data. And we adjust. We see what content is working and where it's working, why it's working, what content is not working. And we're going to make adjustments. You're going to make adjustments to that content. You're going to recreate some of those pieces of content and see if they pop. Recreate some of those videos and see if they take off. Retitle some of those shorts and some of those IG reels, and then post them again to see if they pop. You're trying to see what actually works on each of these platforms. And once something not necessarily goes viral, but once you see any piece of content overperform or stand out in terms of performance, that's that platform's way of indicating that this is a good piece of content for this platform. Those are the pieces of content that you can turn into advertising, not just directly turn into advertising, but those can be the types of content that can inspire your advertising. So you make creative similar or along the same lines or along the same styles, and try putting media spin behind that. Whether it's for brand reach, depending on whatever the type of video it is, whether it's for reach or for lead generation, which would be advertising for people to get those lead magnets and things like that, so you can further reach out to them. I don't know if I made that very, very clear, but like if you're running ads, people may not just respond to an ad to get a walkthrough for cleaning for cleaning. But if you run an ad or for a free download on how to make sure your building is up to code, then you're more likely to click on that because it's free. It's low friction. But then you have their email address and you are able to continue to market to them for the rest of however long you decide to email them, in whatever drip sequence campaign or or what have you. And we'll go over emails in another live stream. We'll make sure we do that as well. But that's how I look at content, and that's how I build marketing plans and content creation plans for any type of business. Once those pieces of content that you create overperform, that's that platform's way of letting you know that, hey, this is a good piece of content, and this is something that might perform well on being an ad on this particular platform, or even on other platforms. So those are, if something really over indexed, like if I have an Instagram post or reel that goes crazy, then yeah, I'm probably going to try to put that on every other platform and see how it performs as an ad, just to see if there's any traction to it. But it performing well organically lets you know off the bat that it's something that will perform well as an advertisement. And so that's how I think about that, creating content. So in terms of where you spend money in terms of advertising, let's talk about advertising for a hot little second. Then I'm gonna get into a couple questions. I didn't ate up all of today of just yapping my mouth, but we'll try to answer some questions as long as my equipment doesn't kind of burn up. But in terms of advertising, so there's been a recent war, if you guys remember from a few live streams ago, that there was some talk back and forth about whether advertising works or whether it doesn't work. Advertising work. Everybody spends money. There's not an era of business that you've been through where local businesses didn't advertise and spend money on advertising. Advertising works. It doesn't matter. Like if people are there, you want them to be. If your clients are there, you want to be there. You want to be in front of them. So yeah, no, not all advertising is made equal, but advertising definitely works. Spending money on ads definitely works. If you know what you're doing and you know how to run Google ads, they will work. It's just that if you have no brand, then your local advertising is definitely a lot harder. It's not to say that it won't work. If you're good at writing copy, if you're good at making videos and you run those local ads, you can still gain business. It's still like you can still come to a customer acquisition cost. It's just going to be, it's just going to be your customer acquisition cost will just be a lot higher than it needs to be had you built any type of brand. So you generally do a lot less cold sales or cold marketing for like directly for business. So most of my advertising is just brand building, and locally anyway. I like to create for any service business within Nine Media. We do what's called, we create a local celebrity, right? And so that just means with high level content, whether it's entertaining or educational, we run. That's where we spend the most money. Where we actually spend the most money. We hound people with just who we are, so they're seeing our brand, they're seeing that this cleaning company exists and that we're funny, or whatever angle we take, or that we care about the community, or whatever high level brand objective that we're pushing for. So we'll have different pieces of creative for high level or just brand awareness, right? And everything else is retargeting. We spend a lot less money in ads in terms of retargeting, because we're just targeting people who have already seen our ads and staying in front of them. So if people watch a certain amount of an ad, it puts them into a different group of people that we can target because they've shown interest, or people who follow us, or clicked on an ad or looked at an article or visited our website. Now we're just retargeting those people and kind of staying in front of them, which is a lot cheaper than cold advertising. So cold advertising, we're just building brand, becoming a celebrity in the area that we're focused on. When you do that, not everybody who sees your ad is going to be your client. It's just going to be some regular people, but it's not extremely expensive to run ads to one city. It's expensive to run ads globally, but to be one of the only ads running locally on YouTube, that can happen pretty easily, and for not a lot of money if you're at that stage. So it's one of the main things that I like to do for businesses that have a marketing budget and have some brand that people have seen their trucks around the way or whatever. I just kind of amp up that local celebrity effect of running local ads in video and popping up everywhere, just kind of be in front of people more, and then retargeting the people who show interest in the company or in the brand, whatever it is. But that's today's spill on content. I really hope you guys got a lot of value from this. Hopefully I didn't go too fast or skip a whole bunch of things. I was trying to squeeze it all into an hour. That's it's hard to squeeze everything about a subject into an hour. But you guys get to see how, that's in general how I approach content. There's definitely ways. You got to be creative. It's a creative industry. So if you're not going to hire somebody and you're going to do it yourself, just remember you got to be creative. It's not always about being first to market. It's a lot harder to go viral on IG now because it's a fully mature platform. So it's not always about going viral, but it's about being better. So you can still go viral on Instagram, but if you're better, if your content is good. So it doesn't matter which platform you kind of want to focus on and pay attention to. You just have to be better. It doesn't matter if that space seems crowded. The better content always wins. And that's just how it is. But if you guys got any questions about content, man, let me know. I'm gonna go through the comments right now and see what's popping. I haven't been in the comments this entire live. So I was talking about a topic that I know and love. But let's get in here and see if I've missed anything. Hold on. Byron Barretto, you're in Bellevue? Why aren't you here? Like, what are you doing? Where Bellevue is like down the street from me. Come holla at your boy, man. Come down to the studio, man. Come hop on the podcast, man. Come introduce yourself to the Boss family. Brian Barretto is like in the neighborhood. Shout out to Bellevue. Yeah, definitely go cop the app. Let me see. Let's get through some of these comments. Manuel says, I like every video before you start the video. Support the channel, everyone. Please, yes, hit that like button. Support the channel. The YouTube algorithm really loves those likes, man. So hit that like button. And yeah, let's make this a thing. What was this one? I noticed I know so many channels. I don't remember what you were talking about. That's why I don't like having the comments kind of in this little platform thingy. I wish I had my, how it used to be all right here, just a list of comments. We got to get that back. I got to figure out how to put that in StreamYard. Lenny earlier says, "Oh yeah, everyone's selling everything." Yeah, that's like it. That's not going to be content that's going to do anything for your business. If you're selling the entire time, it's just off-putting. Like it's just off-putting. No one likes, and you don't like to be around people like that. So why would you want to follow anybody like that online? Be a resource. That's the only reason why people would have. That's the only reason people would have to follow a cleaning business is you must be a resource for something. You have to be a resource, and then they're not going to follow you for just satisfying videos of you cleaning. Like that's not like you may get some brand, you may build some recognition for just being the one that has the satisfying videos of cleaning. Yeah, do those as well. Like I said, demo videos are great, but yeah, you just sitting there selling, buy my service, buy my service, buy my service, buy my. That's annoying as hell. First of all, and yeah, two is it just won't do you any good. People have no reason to buy your service. They don't know anything about you. They don't even know if you know how to clean. You haven't demonstrated that you know how to clean. You haven't given them any value whatsoever or any reason to trust you or trust your business whatsoever. You got to give people a reason to trust you. Don't just sit there selling. Sales, and I believe in sales. I'm huge on sales. You guys know sales. I believe sales is the lifeblood of any business. But you can't just be online anyway. That's not online behavior. Let's see. I already did that one. Let's see. I said document a true zero to hero journey. Yep, document that journey, man. Document your customer's journey of before they were doing business with you, what it's like doing business with you, and then kind of how what it's like now that they've done business with you. That's a good storytelling format for you to like interview your clients or ask your clients for reviews. So ask for a video review. Hey, can I get a video review really quick? Do you remember what it was like before you hired us, or what you were doing before you started working with my cleaning company? Boom. Okay, well, great. What do you in general, how do you like how is having a clean facility important to you? Get that answer, get that footage of them saying how important it is to have cleaning, and then boom, ask them what it was like to do business with you, and haven't had got any value from doing business with you. Then boom, there's your storytelling format of interviewing your clients for reviews. Then you get to break that down and use bits and pieces of it wherever you need to. But but other business owners like them get to see see you be the hero, them be the hero in this story, and they'll also want to be the hero for their business by hiring your business. So yeah, and again, yep, definitely use an iPhone. Don't shy away from the iPhone. Jeremy says, I've been putting out more content, staying consistent daily. That's the key. Yeah, stay consistent. Stay consistent. It doesn't have to be daily, but I mean, if you can have something go out every day, that's ideal. But yeah, like I said, you don't have to be creating every day. You can, spend a day where you, like I said, make a long pillar piece of content, cut it up, and be able to, distribute out pieces of it throughout the week. But yeah, good. Just be consistent. Be consistently providing value for your end user. So don't think anything about what you want to see on the internet. Think about what your clients would want to watch. What would they want to watch? All right. So it's like Cleaning for Success LLC says, built a library of content, but haven't taken the steps to post. I set up TikTok, Insta, Facebook, YouTube. I don't know where to post. It's complicated. I just want to post my story, my experiences. You're overthinking it, buddy. You're overthinking it. You gotta post. You gotta just put that stuff out there. And since you have a library of content, that means you can in the different styles. So I already went through like the step one. You at least need to start with that overall explainer video, and they need to go everywhere. You post everything everywhere. So you have all these platforms set up. Post all this stuff everywhere. Not everyone who's on TikTok is on YouTube. Not everyone who's on IG is on Facebook. Not everyone who's on Facebook is on YouTube. Post it everywhere. So not everyone who's gonna, read your blog is gonna listen to your podcast. Not everyone who listens to your podcast is gonna follow you on LinkedIn. So don't make those decisions for your audience. Just put the stuff out there. Put the information out there. Build the value. Put the value out there. Your story, and posting for your story and your experience. That's great for personal brand, and I mean it's good here and there for your business brand, for your business brand, unless that's what the story that you're building your business on is your personal brand. But just remember that that's your personal brand. Nope, your clients want value for them. They don't care about you yet. They don't know you. You haven't brought them any value. So build value for them first. And then you can start to focus on, telling your story and, and documenting your journey on your personal brand side, or, or as a personality within your brand. But in the beginning, your clients or potential clients don't care about your story. So if you're creating content for a cleaning business, different than creating personal brand content. Can't stress that enough. Brian Brothers says, wow, that Loom video when sending out proposals, go, bro. Is his favorite proposal. Yeah, so like I said, not for every proposal, but definitely highly effective. Highly effective, especially if you're like a likable person, someone who's good at, good with conversation and good with their words, and you speak well. It's highly effective. Somebody says, hey, bro, provide VA assistance to small cleaning companies. Say, look, everybody, there's a VA in the chat. He said, what would business owners like you really need from a VA? I have those type of things in place already. I don't even hire the VAs anymore. Literally everyone else is doing the hiring. I don't even do the hiring of anybody in any of my companies anymore, other than like C-level people. But people are coming on every. I just got a message from tonight that like we have like 2 more developers and a designer on staff. I haven't met or talked to any of these people, but hey, everybody, all the other cleaning businesses in the chat, there's a VA. Reach out to this person there. This person is wondering what kind of value can they provide. I'll give my take on it. So one of the first things I like to get off of, I would like to get off my plate, and I would like to get off responding to emails, sending responses to quote requests immediately, scheduling. So like getting those things on my off, like getting things on and off my schedule, answering and responding to emails. That's extremely valuable. Yeah, managing my calendar and managing my emails and those initial responses. That's one of the biggest things I would use a VA for. But yeah, I already have someone that kind of does that and manages the people that do all the separate things for me. And I think I might bring Maria back onto my personal content team and start building out the DJ the Boss's, media team, so I can stop doing everything myself on this side of the business. But yeah, y'all go hit up Cyber Syndicate. It's a VA for you guys. I think that's pretty cool. If you don't have a VA or an employee yet, that could be your first one. Rose Ramirez says, my website is almost done. How can I advertise it? So there's two ways. You can post on your social media about it. So make posts, and you can also write articles or blog posts on your website. Those things are searchable on Google. You can also run advertising, so you can buy Google ads. That includes YouTube video ads, which is what I was talking about when I say run local video ads. I generally like YouTube video ads the best for the local celebrity effect, but also I like local Hulu ads. Those are also really effective. But yeah, you can run ads and with the on screen. If you're doing like a OTT platform advertisement, you make sure your graphic or the layout of the video includes like a QR code, so people that can scan it with their phone while they're watching TV. If it's a YouTube ad, make sure it's done right, really catchy, attention grabbing hook in the beginning, and yeah, and then look at your data, change the creative if need be, make different variations, and test different ad groups, whether you're going after a single keyword campaigns, or if you're going to just group a bunch of campaigns with some negative keywords. But Google's kind of going away from that style of paying for the advertisement. They kind of just want to be more generalized. So you'll give them a main keyword, and they'll kind of let their AI make the more of the decisions from there, so that they can optimize for conversions. But definitely make sure you guys are, if you are running advertisements, make sure you're optimized for conversions and tracking conversions. That's a thing that I didn't do for like the first 3 years of running advertisements. I just wasn't able to track conversions. I think it's because Acuity is a third. My appointments are set on Acuity, and they're a third party. I think I can't add a tracking code to a third party, but we've had a workaround now with using thank you pages and codes on thank you pages as opposed to tracking the Acuity activity. But definitely be tracking your conversions. So you got to know the main idea is so that you can get a customer acquisition cost. You have to know how much can you buy customers for? How much money does it cost you to get a customer? And so once you know that number, you can buy customers. It's amazing. But that's the idea. But you can advertise it by sharing, so organically posting those videos that are going to come up for search. That's how you can that's how you can advertise your website. If people want to learn more, they visit your website so they can learn more about your business. Post on social media, all your posts on social media. If anyone wants to learn more, that's your call to action. If anyone wants to learn more about your business, they go to your website. You advertise it by putting out those interviews and those things and those communications with people that are leaders in the space. That's what you do. That's how you advertise. You share it. You talk about it. You share it. Put things up. But yeah, you can also spend advertising dollars behind it, either on Google Ads and pay-per-click campaigns, or any of the other advertising platforms. But organically or paid is how you get the word out there. So let's see what other questions we got. Have you dealt with Net90? Did a walkthrough last week on a bigger brand company, only twice a week. Just wondering if you've dealt with that and if it's even worth it if we get into the contract. I mean, it depends on the amount of money. I mean, if it's not a lot of money, if it's something that you already have in the business, then whatever, fine. If they won't budge on it, then whatever. I'm not gonna sit here and argue with you about the 90-day payment, but you're gonna pay for it. So it's not gonna be a deal. Like, you're not gonna get a deal on a Net90 contract terms with me. Like, maybe consider doing like a 10-day Net90 or something like that, or maybe try to come down to Net90 is ridiculous. I would never ever do a Net90 deal. If it was like Net30, Net60, I would try to maybe do like a 10-day, extra 2 or 5%, if paid within the first 10 days or first 10, 15 days. But yeah, 90 days is crazy. It's a crazy period. I would almost never do that. Never, unless it was some amount of money that was like insignificant in my business. So if it's super small and it's something that if they never paid, you wouldn't be out of like a whole lot of money. You can just pay the employees out of pocket, which you're gonna have to do for 90 days anyway. Uh, then I just wouldn't even that's net 90 is wild. That's absolutely crazy. That's almost I feel disrespected for you that they would even try to like bro, net 90, like you're high. Stop it. Pay me. Knock that off. I would not even. Yeah, and they're bigger and they're a bigger company. It's not like they don't have money. If they're a bigger brand, bigger company, but you got the money, you got cash. You're like, this is probably petty cash for you. Why are you like trying to wait 90 days to pay something that's probably in your petty cash account? No, I'm not having it. No, especially if for twice a week. No, absolutely not. So if they want that 90, you want to do it, now charge them. It can be your most profitable account and charge them, something appropriate for that 90 days of lending that you're doing for them for free. But yeah, net 90 is just wild. That's too far out for me. I've had people try to offer it to me net 90, net 60, but I just I just don't do those type of things. So really big on getting paid up front. Only ever up front. Net 90 is crazy. That's absolutely wild. Let's see. Remember says, "Oh, you do. I'd love to hop on the podcast, man. Well, come through to the studio, man. Come through to the studio, man. Hit me up. Send me an email. Let's set up a time. Come through the studio. Let's have you on the podcast." How to go call to get my leads? Any tips? Yes. Record those calls and train. Record those calls, see what's going on and train. But that means if you're going to record those calls and train, that means you have to be good. So are you good at it? Or do you know, are you able to train? Are you able to know what's not working and why it's not working? Maybe you should spend some time doing it alongside them but listen back on those calls and see where things could be going wrong and make adjustments from there. But it just gets better and better. And once you have a process that does do well, you just add more. Then you just bring on another one. But yeah, obviously measure how long it's taking in between these appointments, and you just want to be able to go on as many appointments as possible. The second you close a deal, you get that first customer acquisition cost of how much that customer costs you, and then it starts to average out the more customers you get. But you want to see how low you can get that customer acquisition cost by speeding up the frequency of those walkthroughs, and also improving the close rate of those walkthroughs, which is you going on the walkthrough or whoever's closing the deals. Both of those rates have to be watched in order for you to grow and to have that system get better. But yeah, keep measuring and adjusting. That's my biggest tip for that. Jelena Garcia says, did you take a commercial course to learn everything you did, or did you have a coach? So content, I never got like any like official coaching. It was more just kind of business, just being in business kind of taught me more things on the content side. I did have a business coach at one point. It was more for business operations. I talked about him in a video I did, I think a year or two ago, maybe 2 years ago, video that I titled "How to Get Free Coaching from Your Local, from your local things." It was just how to get free coaching. If you go back and watch that video, I talk about my business coach. His name is Dave, and Dave was a G. And Dave wasn't even a business owner. Dave was my business coach, but he was the CFO for several large Fortune 500 companies, Fortune 3 and 500 companies. But yeah, Dave looked at my business, kind of gave me some tips from a financial standpoint on how to navigate, and also just some general business advice, because he had been in business for 30 years. He was retired and kind of just wanted to pay it forward and help, which is kind of just goes to show more of my point. This man was coaching. He had joined the local SBA in order to just provide free coaching to business, because he was retired and successful and didn't need money, just wanted to help people. Like, that's what that drives home my point of people who are successful just help other people. It's just what you do. Once you're actually successful, all you want to do is help somebody. That's it. That's literally, you have nothing else to do. It's all you want to do is help someone else. That's an easy way for you to determine Who's out here trying to scam you and who's out here trying to make money off of you? When they seem like they're helping you, do you actually feel like they're trying to help you, or do you feel like they're more trying to sell their course or whatever it is that they're selling? Do they actually seem like they're putting any thought into actually getting any progress for you? That's a good way to to start looking at these content creators. Do they, what is their intent? Intent is everything. Someone's intent is everything. And if you pay attention to what people's intentions are, yeah, I think you'll be able to make a lot more decisions about your how you're interacting with people. Because some people do bad things, but if you're paying attention to their intentions, you can see that you may be able to have some empathy in why they made a wrong decision or a bad decision, because you can see or you see that something happened, but it wasn't intended to come off that way. Or some people say things that are messed up, and you're like, well, I know you didn't intend to say it that way or intend for it to come off that way. Intentions are everything. And so, yeah, pay attention, especially when it comes to like getting your help in this business and getting coaching and things like that. Pay attention to people's intention. But yeah, I talked about my business coach in that video where I talked about getting free coaching. And but getting paid coaching is the only way to kind of have is to buy experience directly related to your industry. So that's not to say like buying coaching is terrible. I just want to say pay attention to these people's intentions when you're buying your coaching and looking for help and looking for guidance. But I didn't take any commercial courses or anything like that. I tried to go to school for business marketing and administration, but I was so stressed the whole time I was there. I barely even showed up to class, and it really just ran a hole through my pocket. And that was all I could think of was that, man, I'm racking up so much debt that I wasn't able to pay attention to anything in school. Not like they taught me anything that I actually use in business today, but I was only at, it was my first year, so I didn't even actually take any business specific classes. I took like art and some other like general university requirements at UW. But yeah, that's my educational background. But most of my education has come from experience, being out in the market, running ads, spending thousands and thousands of dollars on ads, listening to people who I've looked up to in the space, paying attention to what they're doing, and and just getting out here and being in business. The best way to learn business is to be in business. There's no gatekeepers, no one telling you can't. So just go and be in business. Let's see. Moses Romero says, yes, I am in sales for my 9 to 5. Yeah. That's good. That's a good foundation to have as a business owner. I love being a salesman and having that be my foundation, and where I started in the workforce was in sales. I think because of that, I have a solid foundation when it comes to being a business owner. The David Taylor says net 60 is ridiculous, bro. I thought it was just me. I was trying not to go like ham, but like I thought it was just me. But net 60's crazy. Like that's wild, bro. Like you might as well have like not paid me. Like like I would have forgot about this money by the time you actually send me a check. 2 months, over 2 months. Absolutely wild. I could never. How are you going to run a business like that? How the heck are you going to run a business? Businesses should have money in them. I hope you guys know that. Like your business should have money in it. Your business has to have money in it. Somebody has to give you money, and then you can operate a business. If there's no money in the business, then what are you doing it for? We're in this to make a profit. We didn't start a nonprofit. Nothing wrong with nonprofits, but you didn't start a nonprofit. You started a for-profit entity. We need to be making money. There needs to be money in the business. They need to give you money. So, of course, people are trying to push back the timeline of giving you money, because everybody wants their money, but as the business, you have the upper hand, you have the leverage, get your money. Though net 60 is absolutely wild. I just couldn't. Yeah, net 60 is wild. Especially just starting out. Like if you're not like a 10-year business or 5-year business where you have 9-10 a year's worth of employee payroll and business expenses saved up. If you're not there yet, I wouldn't even entertain that. I wouldn't even entertain that. Let's see what else we got. Most remitters have home daycare that is interested, but I want mostly commercial. How would you handle it? At home daycare, go after more. Like you can still create content from the at home daycare, and that's going to still be valuable to the larger commercial daycare facility. So if that's your niche, then you can still do all the same things that we just talked about in terms of creating content, and that all those things still apply, and they're going to attract more bigger daycare facilities. So you just be careful with your pictures and your videos, and show the things that you want to show the details that you want to show. And yeah, but that's still it still works. It still works exactly the same. Yeah, you're just going after commercial now. So make sure you make that content, and show how, as you're talking about it, talk about how it's valuable for for the end user. Interview or talk to your client, have them talk about how it's benefited them, and yeah, it'll still work the same. It'll still be attractive to more other daycare facilities, whether commercial or in home. We're helping others all the time. That's all we do. That's what we do, man. So I started my extended time off work. Going to go hard door knocking soon. Go hard on everything, man. If you're not you're not at work, you kind of got some time off. Now's the time to go ham on everything. Content, like you can probably reach more people, making content than you could going door to door. But door to door is like you can make a much bigger impact. So do both. It should be everything. You should be trying to do as much as you possibly can. You go absolutely ham. If this is what you want to do, decide that this is what you're doing, and get to it, man. Really, so really quick. So let's take a break really quick. So if you guys check something out for me. Boss fam, really quick. You have got to start automating your sales process. I know you love your cleaning business. This is your baby, but you can't do everything. You're trying to run a business here. So automate your sales process so that you can have more time to close deals and grow your cleaning business. That's what you're supposed to be doing. You're the CEO. You're the owner. So you are responsible for growing the business, not doing all those small day-to-day tasks. And if you don't know how to automate your sales process, I have a guide. So go in the link in the description and download the guide. That way you can start automating the sales process and start growing your business and working on your business instead of in it. Love you guys. Keep that boss mentality. Peace. Yo, go get the Cleaning Boss app, MyCleaningBoss.app. Add it to your home screen. Also, listen to the podcast, man. Join the podcast. I'm going to be putting episodes out like crazy. The podcast is where I'm going to focus most of my attention on, and I'm going to be putting episodes out as often as I possibly can, and they will go straight up to the podcast. Most of the content in all the interviews and actual podcast episodes will go to the podcast first. So if you want to hear things first, you want to listen to something while you're cleaning, while you're in these locations, want to listen to the other people in the cleaning industry give you their experiences and their tips and their experiences as well while you're cleaning or while you're working. Make sure you are subscribed to the Cleaning Boss podcast. But yeah, we'll start running your business with the Cleaning Boss app, MyCleaningBoss.app. Crazy things coming soon, man. This is only version 1 of the app, and so it's only going to go up from here. It's only going to get better. It's only going to improve, and it's only up from here, man. It's only up from here. I love y'all. Hope y'all got some value from this podcast. Go create content. I don't want to see any more of that content of you just cleaning for no reason, right? So I want to see some purpose behind your content. We have 10 different video types that we need to be making, and we have all the platform and places that we need to be making content and the types of content that we need to be making in order to provide value for our end user. So take that value with you and use it, man. Use it. I promise you, the more you try to avoid this, the further you will fall behind in your cleaning business. Like your cleaning business will lose market share to the next person who wants to do it. And they will get all the recognition, and they will get all the money, and they will get the biggest clients. I promise you, no big company wants to do business with someone who has no online presence whatsoever. If they can't see any type of marketing or something that you spent money on or put effort into that says you were putting effort into this business, they're not going to want to do business with you, especially if they can look next to you and find someone else who is. So hope you guys take this seriously. I really hope you guys got a lot of value. Click on the links in the description, man. If you want to book a one-on-one consultation, that's what I do. It's what I'm here for. I'm here for your help, your guidance. click the link in the description, book a one-on-one session with your boy, and we can figure out how to get your business to the next level. But I'm glad you guys are all here. I love you all. Appreciate you all so much. You guys are the most amazing community, the realest community, the realest cleaning business community on the internet for sure. But thank y'all for being here. Appreciate y'all. Keep that boss mentality. Peace. Love y'all.